Hello, I'm Dr. Craig Seifer, and I want to welcome you back to Injury Recovery Mindset. Today, we're going to talk about the issues around anxiety that can rise up as we get ready to return to performance and competition. Our focus today is on the tools you need to be able to manage your energy. Specifically, how can we better regulate our energy levels in a way that helps us to perform at an optimal level and maintain focus? As we return from injury, we don't want to get hyped up in a way that is bad for our performance. Let's talk about our zones of performance. This graph shows our performance level from low to high on the y-axis, and our energy level from its lowest to its highest on the x-axis. As we see here, having a higher energy level doesn't necessarily mean we will perform better. Obviously, if we have low energy, our performance will be low. You might be tired, sluggish, unfocused, or unmotivated. As our energy level increases, we move into an optimal level of energy, the green zone. Here we are locked in, focused, and feeling ready to perform. However, as our energy levels get too high or too intense, our performance begins to suffer. This overabundance of energy can take us in a lot of different directions, but particularly when coming back from an injury and returning back to competition, this red zone energy can be a problem. This extreme energy can result in feeling tight or tense, feeling like we're pressing or forcing things, or even feeling angry, agitated, or frustrated. This can also become a situation where athletes describe feeling in my head, where their thoughts are racing to the detriment of their performance. So one thing that's really important within these situations is having a focus on being body first. We need to calm and regulate ourselves physically in order to return to the green zone. When we're in the red zone, our judgment and decision-making suffers. Our balance and coordination is impaired, and even the speech centers of our brain aren't working optimally. So, by being body first, settling our heart rate down, and loosening and relaxing our muscles, we can improve our focus and move ourselves into the present moment so we can perform. One key skill to start with is breathing. Not just breathing in general, but having a focus on breathing for performance. We are often told that if we take a deep breath, that will help us feel better. But it's not just about the depth of that breath. It's about having a mindful focus on our breath and slowing that breathing down. Breathing does some amazing things and is an important mindset skill. Breathing can help slow us down and bring our energy levels under control. Breathing also gets oxygen to the brain so we can think more clearly. And if we really focus on our breathing, it can help us to get back into the present, out of our head, and back to where we need to be in order to perform at our best. We will now take some time to learn breathing exercises for performance. I will demonstrate them first, and then we will discuss how to apply these breathing exercises as part of your injury recovery. Let's take a step back, and I want you to close your eyes right now and just take some time to notice your body and be aware of how you feel right now. Notice the tension through your muscles, from your legs, up to your torso, neck, and shoulders. Now, we're going to dial into your breath. Notice the pace and depth of your current breathing. We are going to do 3 breaths, where we breathe in slowly for 5 seconds and out even slower for 6 seconds. Why 6 seconds on the exhale? Because it's a reminder to help us focus on really extending that exhale, which is what's going to help us to calm down and regain control of our energy levels. Ready? Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice how you're feeling. Notice your breathing, more calm and under control. Notice your muscles more loose and relaxed. Notice your heart rate settling down. This performance breathing approach is a key skill to help you get out of the red zone of anxiety and stress and back to where you need to be for performance. Now it's time to switch to a second breathing technique that I want to teach you today. There's another approach called square breathing or box breathing. This can be helpful for those of you who are really visual. We will visualize a square and focus on each side of that square. And we will focus on a count of 4 as we move along each side of that square. We will start by breathing in for 4 seconds, slowly, holding our breath for 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds, and then holding our breath for 4 seconds. The goal of square breathing is to give us a focal point to direct our concentration as we lower our energy levels through breathing. Once again, let's close our eyes, get settled, and ready to get loose and relaxed. Notice once again your muscle tension and rate of breathing. Now let's start our square breathing, focusing on the image in your mind as we complete each count of 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And one more time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Now, notice how you're feeling. Your breathing is focused and under control. Your muscles are loose and relaxed. Your heart rate has settled into a relaxed pace. Now you have 2 breathing exercises to help you manage your energy level and get us back into our body and out of our heads. Now there's one more technique that I want to share with you, and this is progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR for short. The idea behind this technique is that as our stress levels increase and our energy gets into the red zone, our muscle tension also builds or increases, and our body becomes tight and tense. With PMR, we take an approach where we over-tense or hyper-tense our muscles. That then helps them to go back to being loose and relaxed. We're going to squeeze or tighten our muscles for 5 seconds. Then we're going to release and have a keyword that we say to ourselves. It could be relax, or it could be ready, or focused. And we have a series of muscle groups that we're going to go through. And I'll take you through that right now. I want to start out with your hands. Take your hands, tighten them into a fist as tight as you can for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax, shake them out. Next, we're going to do our forearms. Pull those hands back so they're really tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next up, we'll do our biceps. Tight, tight, tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, our neck and shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, lock our fingers. Stretch way up over our heads, tightening up those shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, we can do our face and jaw. Tightening the jaw and face. Tight, tight, tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, we'll do our upper backs. Stretch your elbows behind you, really, really tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, we're going to tighten up our abs, tightening up those stomach muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, we can press our feet into the ground to tense up our quads and activate those quad muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, I want you to go up on your tiptoes, tightening up those calf muscles. Tight, tight, tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Next, we're going to tighten up your feet and toes. Squeeze them tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And we're finished. Now that we've moved through these muscle groups, notice how you feel. Your muscles feeling loose and relaxed, but also energized, ready to compete. Also, take some time to notice your heart rate and breathing at this point. Now, there may be times when you can do every step of PMR. Usually, those are situations when you have the time and space to do it. Maybe at home in a comfy chair or in your room. But there may be times when you don't have the time or space to go through each muscle group. In those situations, choosing 2 to 3 muscle groups can be helpful. Is it just your hands or just your legs and calf muscles? Pick 2 to 3 muscle groups that really work for you, where you notice the difference between the tension and the relaxation. And then think about muscle groups that can be easily accessed in situations related to practice, training, and competition. The focus on just 2 or 3 muscle groups is something in our mindset training program we call our live PMR. Live because it's something we can do in the moment and in multiple situations to help us to stay loose, calm our energy level, or get us focused on our body and out of our heads. Finally, let's talk again about kintsugi, your process of golden repair as you return from your injury. For the golden repair goals for this week, I want you to continue to think about building self-awareness and understanding. Feeling anxious, or feeling tight, or even feeling overwhelmed is a normal part of your return to performance. Being able to recognize, where am I in terms of my energy level? And what do I need to manage that energy is going to be really important going forward. Your next goal is to develop the mindset skills that work for you. Whether that's going to be performance breathing, box breathing, or progressive muscle relaxation. Taking time in the next week to practice them is going to be key. Just like learning any new skill, you need to put in the time for practice. And once you practice, you need to be ready to utilize that skill when needed. Think about that right now. What will practice look like for these mindset skills? What will it look like putting these skills into action as you return to your sport? Thank you once again. I'm Craig Seifer, sports psychologist for UR Medicine Fitness Science. Here's my contact information if you have any questions or comments, and I look forward to taking the next step with you.